Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Michaela and I'm so excited. I've got another order of I've Laureen, yes, Laureen Swimsuit. Um it's all black. It's an all black order for my client. She wished to have a matte black, so yeah, I've cut my pieces. I did use the same lycra for the lining as for the main fabric, but of course if you wish to use actual lining, you can always do. I'm just putting them together, right? So yes, as you can see, I've got, well, each piece cut double. I've got here my back piece of the bottoms, my front piece of the bottoms, my top. These are, oh, I only got one shoulder. Should be two shoulder straps, and this is my back strap. They will be coming like this, so I need another shoulder. It's no problem, I will do it off camera. So the construction of this trikini or swimsuit one piece, it's actually working it separately. I will be actually sewing the bottom separate from the top, right? And what I will actually be doing, I've got here my bottoms, my back piece, and this is my front piece. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to place the front piece on top of the back piece, let's say. Main fabric. I've got two of the main fabrics, but I want to tell it to you, like, if in case you would be using actual lining fabric, so I'll be calling it main and lining. So I'm matching the right sides together of the fabric, so they are the right sides matched inside, and I'm pinning the sides like this, and I will be doing the same for the lining. So I will be pinning the sides and the crotch, right? And as you probably know, if you watched any of my videos, I always choose to do first a bust stitch, which is actually just a straight stitch with the highest stitch length. So I will be doing a bust stitch first on this. And as for the top, I will be actually placing my main fabric on top of my lining fabric, and this time matching the wrong side of the fabric together. And I will be pinning all over practically everything I've got. Like this. So I'm pinning the sides, the underarms, the underarms, the neckline, the underarm, the sides, the opening, and even the little bit, the end which will be connected to the bottoms. Even this bit I will be actually doing a straight stitch over, and I will be doing exactly the same for my shoulder straps and as well for my back strap, right? So I've got it here like this. So I'm just pinning first, and then I will be doing a bust stitch, but I will be pinning it off camera. Once I've done it, I will be coming back and I will be showing you how I bust stitch just a small part so it doesn't get a very long and boring video. Once I've done that back bust stitch, I will be doing all the rest off camera and I'll be showing you the next steps. Okay, so I went ahead and I've bust stitched most of the things which I was showing you that I pinned, right? I've got here the sides of my bottoms and the crotch on the both lining and main fabric. I've got here my shoulder straps and my back strap, and this is the top, and I've left one piece. I didn't do the bust stitch yet. I just wanted to show you how I am actually doing it. So as you can see, it's a straight stitch with the highest stitch length, and I just go and I'm just stitching over. I make sure that I'm really covering the both layers, and in the same time that I'm not going like too far away from the edge, because I don't want to I don't want the stitch to be seen, and afterwards I have to remove it. So yes, I've practically bust stitched everything, and now I'm going ahead and I'm going to explain you first the construction of the bottoms. So here, as you can see, this is my front piece and underneath is my back piece. So I'll be taking the lining and I will be placing the front piece towards the inside, so they are matching the front piece and front piece. So front piece lining and front piece main fabric, they are matching on insides. They are with the wrong face to each other, so wrong and wrong. And I'll be doing the same thing. I'm going to pin in the crotch area and the sides, but I'm going to skip the pinning and I'm just moving on to my serger. If you don't have a serger, you can use a zigzag stitch in this moment. So yeah, I'm just going ahead and I'm serging the sides and the crotch area. Once I'm done this, I will be pinning all around like I did with the top. Okay, so these are my bottoms, and as you can see, we did this in order to hide the seam on the inside. So now I'm going to pin all around the upper part and the leg openings, and the same I am going to do the bust stitching first with my sew machine. In the written instructions, I did show you a version of how to make it reversible. I'm really honest to you, I find it quite challenging, even myself, because of the small straps, and also because of a lot of unpicking in order to to introduce the small short straps. So practically for my clients, I do not offer it as a reversible because I feel like it's a lot of work for, well, adding the reversible. It's only I only offer it for, in general, a small amount of money. So then I felt like the work, it's a little too much. So now I've removed it from my website. Of course, you can still do it by following the written instructions, but for my clients I chose not to, so I'm just simplifying my work practically. So whilst I'm talking to you, I'm just pinning, like I said, the upper part and the leg openings. And next thing what I'm going to do as well, I will be attaching the shoulder parts to my to my shoulders, to the shoulders. So I will go ahead straight away and do serge it right away, that this is as well done, like that. So yes, the shoulder parts, I'm attaching them already because then it's going to be easier to do the knot for my top. So yeah, I will be stitching them already. Like that. So they are done. So practically my top is ready. I do have to make the small cuts into everything I've done. So once I've done the small cuts, I will be going ahead already, and I will actually add the elastic, right? So first I'm going to bust stitch, pin and bust stitch my bottoms. Once I'm done that, I'm going to do the little cuts into the bust stitch. I'm not sure I've shown you, but yeah, practically I just every 2-3 centimeters I do these little cuts. So the bust stitching is actually, its only function is practically to keep the fabrics together without sliding. So because that's the only function, once you serge it and add the elastic, okay, in case you don't have a serger, you zigzag stitch and add the elastic. Normally you should be removing your bust stitching. It's a bit trickier, I'm honest. I never do it. I just simply make these small cuts and then I give a little stretch once I've sewn my elastic. Not too much, just tiny bit to allow stretch to my fabric practically. Okay, so I'll be doing this off camera. Once I'm done, I'll come back and I'll show you the next steps. So I have here the bottoms and the top. Everything is prepared, and next thing I'm going to do, So as you can see, I did already the bust stitch. It's the little cuts are already made. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to apply the elastic on the bottoms. So I will be applying practically everywhere, everywhere the leg openings and upper part as well. So I will be just showing you one side. The rest I will be doing it off camera. So like I said, I'm using rubber elastic always, and even I do have an elastic guide. I prefer to guide it with my hands. And since I'm top stitching it, I'm slightly pulling. I'm slightly pulling the elastic. Not too much though, just very little. So this is the end. And I'm going to trim this little bit here. Okay, so I will be continuing off camera on the other on the other two parts, and as well I will be doing the same for the top. Don't forget that you have the knot, which you'll have to do, but I will be applying the elastic on the lining side, right? So I will just apply the elastic practically everywhere except the down part, which is connecting, and as well this the ending of the shoulders. But for the rest, on an underarms, on the sides, on the cutout, and the neck, the neckline, everywhere practically. Okay, so I'll be back once I've added the elastic, and then I'll be showing you how I'm top stitching. Okay, so I'm back and I've got everything where I've added elastic. Here in the middle I actually left a little gap for the knot, so it's not really bulky. I wanted to do here as well, but I realized a little bit too late, but it doesn't really matter. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to top stitch everything where I've added elastic. So I'm just going to fold it inside the stitch on the right side of my on my main fabric. I'm folding it inside and I'm going to top stitch. You can do the top stitch with a zigzag stitch, or if you have a cover stitch, even better. I will be doing the same for the bottoms, and only once I've top stitched I can actually do the knot in the top, and then later I can attach it to the bottoms, and afterwards attaching the back band to my top and the shoulder straps to the back band. So I'm going ahead, I'm going to top stitch. Once I'm back, I'll come back to show you the next steps. Okay, so I did a top stitching, like I said, to all my parts, and first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to do the knot of the top. So it's very easy. I just try to fold a little bit the pieces so it's easier, and I just go cross one over the other. All right. And once I did it, I'm going to check that my knot is looking, let's just say, decent. Like that. And I try to kind of like make it a little closer like this. And of course I will be trying to sorry, I felt like I need to open it a little bit. So this part can be a little bit tricky because you need to have it completely symmetric, one side with another, right? So you have not to tie it too quickly. And now this side is looking a little bit. Okay, looking so much better. I'm going to tie it like this a little bit. And I'm good to go. Okay, the knot is made. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to attach my back strap first, right? So I'm practically going to do a straight stitch over the sides like this. So I'm just pinning it. I'm just pinning it like this, that, and that. And it will be just a simple straight stitch, right? And I will be attaching it also to my bottoms. So I'm going to turn it on the right side and I will have it. Sorry, this is my right side here. So I'm going to turn it on my right side and I'm going to introduce it kind of like in the middle, in between the seams, or if you want, just a little bit in front of the seam. I'll put it like this in front. So I'm doing a straight stitch underneath. So it, like I said in my instructions, I did show how to do the reversible side. This is a non-reversible. And last piece, what I'm going to do afterwards, it will be actually attaching my shoulder straps to my back strap. I did mark on my band whereabout should be where it should be added. So I will be placing it here, right? But that will be afterwards. Nevertheless, I will be pinning it. The same, I will be stitching it towards the inside, yes. And I will be doing the same thing on the other side. I will measure it that it's completely symmetric, one side with the other. Okay, look how beautiful it's looking like. So yeah, this is the top. I'll be doing all these straight stitches off camera. I wanted to say, sorry, this is the Laureen Swimsuit. If you have any questions, please feel free to write me. And if not, I wish you happy sewing.